Up on a northern Wisconsin lake, right in the center of ice season. Game fish is getting ready to close, and pan fishing will get better and better as the year goes on. Ice out usually in the North Country where I'm fishing today is mid-April to late April, and it's mid-February, so we have quite a bit of time left. It's my favorite time to go catch bluegills, perch, and crappies. What I'd like to talk about today is using an ice sonar in the process of catching bluegills and crappies. We're fishing in right at about 13.8 feet, as you can see on the sonar. This is a Humminbird Ice Helix 7. Now, this is a chirp unit. It's a brand new sonar and is incredibly sensitive. You can separate targets that are literally right on top of each other. I can tell the difference between a fish and my jig. The two signals you see on the flasher right now is my dead stick rod, which is over to my left. That has a Bait Rigs Tackle Willow spoon on it and a minnow. I'm targeting crappies with that, and also trying to draw bluegills in. Usually a spoon with a minnow on it will draw bluegills in. They don't want all the time hit it, but they'll come and look at it, and I can talk them into hitting a jig with a grub on it. I'm using a tungsten jig on my other rod and a waxworm, very common bait for bluegills. We use almost exclusively the Humminbird Ice 7s under these conditions, and it's really a lot of fun fishing these panfish and watching that sonar. See that mark coming up towards, this is my jig right here. See that mark coming up towards it? That's a panfish. It's now looking right at my jig. I'm trying to induce it to hit. And it did. Let's keep a bluegill. I kind of suspected those were bluegills because I had them coming up on minnows and looking at them and they wouldn't hit them. As you can see, there's still a fish down there. That one probably came up with the one that I just caught. The sonar signal is a cone, and right from the center of the transducer, that's the most direct signal, and therefore the brightest and also the shallowest on the screen. It'll appear to be right at the exact depth. And I caught another one. It came up and smoked it. This one's a nice crappie. I prefer flasher mode, which is what you're looking at right now. It's a combined screen, so I've got flasher mode and regular view on. Target separation is incredible. So you can see my dead stick, you can see my tungsten jig that I'm working down there with a grub on it. The bottom is at 13.2, and I'm working the jig just above. There's a fish coming now. That blue line will get heavier as the fish comes into the cone, approaches my jig, takes a look at it, if it comes over this far. See, it's distinctly not my jig. It's not the dead stick jig either. It's turning yellow, so the fish is coming into range. Now it's turning red, and it's looking at my jig.